Daily Horoscope for Scorpio, June 14, 2025. Greetings, mysterious Scorpio. As we navigate the cosmic energies of June 14, 2025, you find yourself at a fascinating crossroads of celestial influence. Today, with the Sun firmly in Gemini and approaching the final days of its transit through this dual sign, your eighth house of transformation and shared resources is illuminated, bringing matters of intimate connections and financial entanglements into sharp focus. The day begins with the moon in practical Virgo, forming a productive trine to your ruling planet Pluto, which has recently moved back into Aquarius. This powerful alignment activates your zone of home and foundations, suggesting that emotional revelations related to your personal security may surface today. You might feel an unusual urge to reorganize your living space or address long-standing family matters with renewed perspective and depth. Mercury, the cosmic messenger, is dancing through Cáncer, activating your ninth house of higher learning and expansion. This placement gifts you with exceptional intuitive insights, particularly regarding educational pursuits or philosophical questions that have been percolating in your subconscious. Your communication style today carries an emotional weight that others find compelling and persuasive. Use this power wisely, Scorpio. Venus, currently retrograde in Leo, is creating some tension in your career sector. Professional relationships may require delicate handling today, particularly with authority figures or mentors. Past contributions might be reassessed, or you could find yourself reconsidering your own relationship to recognition and achievement. This isn't the ideal day for major career negotiations, but it's excellent for internal reflection about your true professional desires. Mars, your traditional ruler, is positioned in meticulous Virgo, forming a harmonious aspect with Jupiter in Gemini. This creates a powerful surge of productive energy in your daily routines and health regimens. Your capacity for detailed work is enhanced, making this an excellent day to tackle projects requiring precision and thoroughness. Your physical vitality is also heightened, though be mindful not to push yourself to extremes. In matters of love and relationships, today presents intriguing developments. For partnered Scorpios, a conversation about shared resources or intimate needs may arise unexpectedly, catalyzed by Neptune's dreamy influence from Pisces in your fifth house of romance and creativity. This transit encourages honest emotional expression, but warns against idealization. See your partner as they truly are today, not as you wish them to be. For single Scorpios, today's alignment suggests a potential encounter with someone who challenges your intellectual perspectives while stimulating your passion for deeper understanding. This connection may begin through an educational or spiritual context, rather than through conventional social channels. Keep your intuitive radar activated around mid-afternoon, when synchronistic meetings are most likely. Financially, Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term transit through your seventh house of partnerships, suggesting unexpected developments in business alliances or contractual matters. Today specifically, its square to Mercury indicates that communications around shared finances require extra clarity. Avoid making assumptions and ask direct questions if something seems ambiguous. Your health requires attention to the mind-body connection today. The Virgo moon emphasizes the importance of digestive health. Consider foods that support your emotional equilibrium rather than those that might intensify your natural scorpionic intensity. Practices that help you release stored emotional energy will prove particularly beneficial. Consider a vigorous workout followed by deep relaxation techniques. Saturn's position in Pisces forms a challenging aspect to your Sun, suggesting that creative projects or matters involving children might require additional patience and structure today. You may feel somewhat restricted in areas where you typically enjoy freedom of expression. Rather than resisting these limitations, try to view them as opportunities to refine your approach and build something more lasting. A particularly noteworthy aspect today is the approaching sextile between Jupiter in Gemini and Chiron in Aries, activating your houses of expansion and daily work. This suggests a healing opportunity connected to how you've been approaching your professional development or health routines. An insight regarding a past wound related to your sense of competence or service to others may emerge, offering a chance for profound integration and growth. Your intuitive powers are exceptionally strong today, even by Scorpio standards. Dreams from last night may carry significant messages, particularly about unconscious patterns affecting your close relationships. Keep a journal nearby to record insights as they arise. What seems clear in the moment may become elusive by day's end. Toward evening, as the moon forms a challenging square to Mercury, communications may become somewhat strained. Be mindful of your tendency toward secretiveness when feeling vulnerable, Scorpio. Authentic sharing, even when difficult, will yield better results than strategic withholding of information or feelings. The most productive use of today's energy would be to engage in research, investigation, or any activity that allows you to delve beneath surface appearances. Your natural detective abilities are enhanced, making this an excellent time to solve problems that have resisted previous solutions. As night falls, the Virgo moon's opposition to Neptune may blur emotional boundaries. Be selective about who you allow into your intimate emotional space. Your sensitivity is heightened, making you both more receptive to others' energies and more vulnerable to emotional confusion. Your power color for today is deep indigo, which helps stabilize your intuitive insights while providing protection for your sensitive emotional nature. In closing, Scorpio, June 14, 2025, offers you a day of profound potential for emotional and psychological transformation. By honoring both your need for deep connection and your requirement for authentic self-protection, you navigate a path of powerful personal evolution. Trust the process of change that is unfolding, knowing that your legendary resilience will carry you through whatever revelations emerge. On June 14, 2025, Scorpio finds itself at a cosmic crossroads with several significant planetary positions influencing your psyche and circumstances. The Sun continues its journey through Gemini, occupying your 8th house of transformation, shared resources, and psychological depths. This creates an interesting resonance, as the 8th house naturally corresponds with Scorpio energy, amplifying your inherent investigative nature and desire for truth. Mars, your traditional ruler, sits in Cáncer in your 9th house of higher learning and expansion. This creates a protective, somewhat defensive approach to your philosophical outlook and educational pursuits. You may feel more emotionally invested in your beliefs than usual, perhaps even becoming territorial about your worldview. This placement encourages you to channel your legendary intensity toward intellectual growth rather than power struggles. Pluto, your modern ruler, continues its lengthy transit through Aquarius in your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations. This slow-burning transformation has been redefining your concept of security and pushing you to revolutionize your personal life. Today, Pluto forms a tense square with Mercury in Taurus, creating friction between your communication style and deeply buried emotional patterns from your past. The moon in Libra transits your 12th house of the subconscious, secrets, and spiritual dissolution. This highlights your natural affinity for the hidden realms, but may also bring submerged emotions to the surface. Pay attention to dreams and intuitive flashes today, as they contain valuable insights about relationship patterns that need resolution. Venus in Cáncer forms a supportive trine to Neptune in Pisces, connecting your 9th house of expansion with your 5th house of creativity and romance. This dreamy aspect enhances your imagination and spiritual connection, potentially bringing inspiring encounters with people from different cultural backgrounds or philosophical perspectives. Jupiter and Uranus are conjoined in Gemini in your 8th house, creating a powerful catalyst for unexpected financial developments and psychological breakthroughs. This rare configuration suggests sudden insights regarding shared resources, investments, or intimate relationships. The universe is pushing you toward liberation from outdated attachments and opening doors to new forms of abundance that align with your authentic self. Saturn in Pisces continues its disciplined march through your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. This somewhat restrictive energy demands structure and commitment in creative projects and love affairs. The limitation may feel frustrating, but Saturn is teaching you to channel your passionate nature into endeavors that stand the test of time rather than burning brightly but briefly. Mercury in Taurus occupies your seventh house of partnerships, bringing a stubborn, practical quality to your communications with close associates. While this placement supports reliable agreements and consistent dialogue, the square to Pluto indicates power struggles could emerge if either party feels their security is threatened. The North Node in Aries in your sixth house of daily work and health routines continues pulling you toward more independent approaches to well-being and service. Today's connection between the node and Uranus suggests unexpected disruptions to your schedule might actually lead to innovative solutions that better serve your authentic needs. Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries forms a challenging aspect to your ruler Mars, potentially triggering sensitivity around asserting yourself in educational contexts or when expressing philosophical viewpoints. This aspect invites healing through courageous self-expression, despite past wounds related to having your voice dismissed or devalued. Black Moon Lilith in Virgo activates your 11th house of friends, groups, and future aspirations, bringing subversive energy to your social circle. You may notice hidden dynamics or repressed truths emerging within community settings, particularly those involving criticism or analytical discussions. The asteroid Juno, representing commitment and partnership patterns, sits at a critical degree in Capricorn in your third house, highlighting important communications regarding long-term agreements. A significant conversation with a sibling or neighbor could reveal deeper truths about your approach to loyalty and trust. The overall planetary landscape for Scorpio today emphasizes the integration of transformative external circumstances with your powerful internal processing. Your natural ability to navigate psychological depths serves you well under these skies, allowing you to metabolize complex emotional energies that might overwhelm others. The key challenge lies in communicating your insights effectively without overwhelming those around you with your intensity. June 14, 2025 presents a fascinating communication landscape for you, Scorpio. Mercury will be trining your ruling planet Pluto, creating an atmosphere where your words carry extraordinary persuasive power. This is a day when your thoughts penetrate beyond surface appearances, allowing you to articulate complex emotional truths that others typically miss. The depth of your perception will be particularly heightened, giving you the ability to read between the lines in conversations and discern hidden motivations. The lunar position in Virgo activates your 11th house of social networks and collective endeavors, suggesting that your most effective communication today will happen in group settings or online platforms. Your analytical abilities are enhanced, making this an excellent day for presenting research, sharing detailed knowledge, or engaging in intellectual debates. You'll find yourself naturally organizing scattered information into coherent patterns that others can easily follow. Mars, your traditional ruler, forms a sextile with Venus in Cáncer, softening your typically intense communication style with a touch of diplomacy and emotional intelligence. You're able to deliver even difficult messages with a sensitivity that prevents others from becoming defensive. This planetary configuration opens doors for reconciliation conversations and healing dialogues that might have seemed impossible before. Your subconscious mind is extraordinarily active today, with Neptune in Aries forming a quincunx to your Sun. Pay attention to symbolic communication dreams from last night may contain important messages, and your intuition about what others are really saying beneath their words is remarkably accurate. You might experience moments of psychic connection where you know what someone is about to say before they speak. The third house influence from Jupiter expands your capacity for learning and self-expression today. You may suddenly find the perfect words for concepts you've struggled to articulate in the past. This is an excellent day for writing projects, especially those requiring emotional depth or investigative research. Your vocabulary expands, and you naturally incorporate more vivid metaphors and analogies into your speech. Communication technology plays a significant role today, with Uranus activating your partnership sector. Unexpected messages or calls from important connections could create surprising opportunities for collaboration. Virtual meetings or digital exchanges carry more significance than usual, so pay special attention to emails, texts, and other electronic communications. Saturn's position in your fifth house of creative expression adds structure and longevity to your words. Something you communicate today, whether written, recorded, or simply spoken, has the potential to become a lasting contribution. This might be a good day to start a journal, blog, or podcast that explores themes important to your personal development. Your throat chakra is particularly activated today, making your voice more resonant and impactful than usual. Those who hear you speak will feel the authentic power behind your words. This energetic opening allows you to express truths you've previously kept hidden, potentially leading to profound connections with others who resonate with your message. There's a cautionary aspect, with Mercury forming a square to Saturn later in the day. Be mindful not to become too rigid or critical in your communication style as the hours progress. What begins as confident self-expression could transform into dogmatic assertions if you're not careful to maintain flexibility and openness to others' perspectives. Black Moon Lilith's influence in your communication sector brings subversive and taboo topics to the surface. You may find yourself drawn to discuss subjects others consider controversial or uncomfortable. Your willingness to venture into these shadow territories can be healing, but consider your audience carefully before diving into particularly sensitive topics. For Scorpios in creative fields, this is an especially powerful day for performance, writing, or any form of artistic expression. Your ability to tap into collective unconscious themes gives your creative communication a universal quality that resonates deeply with audiences. Trust the symbolic language that emerges through your artistic practice. Chiron's position suggests healing potential through vulnerable communication. Sharing something of your own wounds or challenges could create profound connection with someone who needs to hear exactly your experience. Your natural scorpionic tendency toward privacy may need to be temporarily set aside for the greater good of mutual healing through honest dialogue. The North Node's influence encourages you to stretch beyond your communication comfort zone today. You may be called to speak to larger groups, address unfamiliar topics, or express yourself through new mediums. Following this growth direction, though intimidating, aligns you with your evolutionary path and expands your influence in meaningful ways. Tonight, as the moon connects with Pluto, conversations turn even deeper. Late evening communications carry transformative potential, especially intimate discussions with close friends or partners. Something revealed in these hours could fundamentally shift your perspective or help you release an outdated narrative you've been carrying about yourself or someone else. Scorpio, June 14, 2025, brings a potent financial energy as Mars forms a harmonious trine with Pluto, your modern ruler. This celestial alignment activates your second house of personal resources and your 10th house of career, creating exceptional opportunities for monetary gain through professional advancement. The day's energy is particularly favorable for negotiations, investments in technology or research-based ventures, and discussions about raises or bonuses. With Mercury in Cáncer making a supportive aspect to Neptune in Pisces, your intuition about financial matters is heightened. Pay close attention to those subtle hunches that may guide you toward profitable opportunities. Venus in your 8th house of shared resources suggests that partnerships, particularly those involving shared finances, could yield substantial benefits today. This is an excellent time to approach potential investors or to seek out collaborative ventures where resources are pooled for mutual gain. The moon in Capricorn grounds your financial thinking, helping you take a practical, long-term approach to wealth building rather than seeking immediate gratification. Look specifically at opportunities involving real estate, medical technologies, or water-related industries, as these sectors align particularly well with your planetary placements today. A word of caution: while Jupiter expands opportunities in your daily work sector, it forms a challenging square to Neptune, which could create some confusion or unrealistic expectations. Double-check the fine print on any financial agreements and be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. Your financial acumen is particularly sharp between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., making this an ideal window for important money conversations or decisions. Pluto's influence in your career sector continues its transformative work, suggesting that financial gains today may come through embracing change rather than clinging to outdated methods or systems. Consider utilizing cryptocurrencies or alternative investment platforms that align with your natural scorpionic interest in hidden or underground economies. The North Node in Aries activating your sixth house encourages taking bold, pioneering steps in your daily work that could directly impact your income stream. Today's numerical vibration of 5, from 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, resonates with change and adventure, supporting financial risks that are calculated and well-researched. Your power color for financial dealings today is deep burgundy, which enhances your natural magnetic ability to attract resources. Saturn's position supports long-term investment strategies over quick gains. Consider placing a portion of today's earnings into a retirement account or long-term growth fund. Someone with significant Taurus or Virgo placement in their chart may offer valuable financial advice. Be open to perspectives that differ from your usual approach. The evening hours bring a conjunction between Venus and Jupiter, expanding opportunities for passive income through creative outlets or intellectual property. Overall, this is a day of substantial financial potential for you, Scorpio, particularly if you're willing to delve deeply into opportunities that others might overlook or find too complex. Your natural investigative abilities and emotional intelligence give you an edge in identifying valuable opportunities that lie beneath the surface. Use your psychological insights to understand market trends that others miss. Financial success today comes not just from what you know, but from who you know. Leverage your network of trusted allies, particularly those in positions of authority or with access to exclusive information. Remember that true wealth for a Scorpio is not just monetary, but involves emotional security and the power that comes from financial independence. Make choices today that honor both your need for material stability and your deeper desire for transformative growth. As Jupiter forms a harmonious sextile to your sign on June 14, 2025, Scorpio, you'll find fortune flowing through channels of deep investigation and research. This is a day when your natural detective skills are amplified, making it an exceptionally favorable time for uncovering hidden information that others have overlooked. Financial opportunities may emerge from resources you share with others. Perhaps an investment, inheritance, or joint venture shows promising returns. The eighth house of your chart receives beneficial aspects, highlighting transformative experiences that bring both emotional and material rewards. Your intuitive faculties are exceptionally sharp today, allowing you to sense opportunities before they become obvious to others. This gives you a significant advantage, particularly in competitive situations. Neptune's influence enhances your creative expression, making this a fortunate day for artistic pursuits, especially those involving emotional depth or psychological themes. Intimate connections are another area of fortune. A deepening bond with someone special could bring profound emotional satisfaction. The current Venus-Pluto trine supports your magnetic appeal, making this an excellent day for important meetings or interviews where your personal presence makes a difference. Resources from others seem to flow your way without much effort on your part. Someone may offer assistance, funding, or valuable connections precisely when needed. Your ruling planet Pluto forms a supportive aspect to Mercury, giving your words exceptional power and influence today. When you speak, others listen intently, making this an opportune time for persuasive communications or requests. Health-wise, regenerative therapies bring excellent results today, so if you've been considering any treatment that promotes healing or rejuvenation, the cosmic energies support these efforts now. The day's lunar position activates your sector of personal power, reinforcing your ability to manifest your desires through focused intention. Trust the intensity of your convictions today. They're likely to attract exactly what you need. Areas involving psychology, counseling, or therapeutic work receive favorable cosmic support, making this an excellent day to help others through their transformations while experiencing personal growth yourself. Water activities bring unexpected blessings to daytime spent near oceans, lakes, or even in a bath with essential oils could trigger important insights or healing experiences. With Mars forming a supportive trine to your sign, physical activities that require stamina and determination are especially favored. This is an excellent day to push your limits in training or competition, as your endurance is enhanced. The current planetary alignment also supports research breakthroughs, making this a fortunate day for academics, scientists, or anyone involved in investigative work. Your ability to see beneath surface appearances and discern true motivations is uncannily accurate today. Trust these perceptions, especially in business dealings. The day's energy particularly supports financial transformations, refinancing, debt consolidation, or restructuring investments could bring substantial long-term benefits if initiated today. Secret admirers may make themselves known, as the current astrology encourages hidden feelings to surface. This could lead to an unexpected but welcome romantic development. Your capacity for emotional healing is amplified today, making this a fortunate time to address old wounds or help others through their healing journeys. The current aspects support psychological insights that have eluded you previously, potentially providing the missing piece to a persistent personal puzzle. Your natural scorpionic ability to rise from ashes like the phoenix receives cosmic amplification today. Any recent setbacks can now be transformed into surprising victories. On June 14, 2025, Scorpio finds themselves at a fascinating social crossroads as the moon transits through your fifth house of creativity and pleasure, forming a sextile to Venus in your seventh house of partnerships. This creates a magnetic quality to your social interactions today. People are naturally drawn to your depth and intensity, though perhaps for reasons even you don't fully understand. There's a mysterious quality to your social appeal that transcends the ordinary. The lunar energy amplifies your natural scorpionic charisma, making this an excellent day for meaningful social connections that go beyond surface-level pleasantries. You're not interested in small talk today, unfortunately. You won't need to engage in much of it. The cosmos aligns to bring people into your orbit who appreciate the depths you naturally inhabit. Your ruling planet Mars, currently in Aquarius, forms an interesting square to Mercury in Taurus, indicating that while your social energy is strong, there may be moments where your direct communication style creates tension. This isn't necessarily negative. Sometimes productive friction generates the most authentic connections. Just be mindful that what feels like honest expression to you might come across as intensity to others who aren't accustomed to your particular brand of truth-telling. Pluto, your modern ruler, is currently retrograde, prompting some profound reflections about your social circle. You may find yourself questioning which relationships truly serve your evolution and which ones might be holding you back. This is a natural process of elimination that Scorpios periodically undergo. Not everyone is meant to remain in your inner circle forever, and today brings clarity about who belongs and who doesn't. Jupiter's position in your 8th house reinforces your desire for profound connections rather than casual acquaintances. This placement intensifies your already penetrating gaze, allowing you to see through social pretenses and connect with others at a soul level. This could manifest as a surprising heart-to-heart conversation with someone you previously considered just an acquaintance. Trust your intuition about who to open up to today, it's sharper than usual. Your social interactions might take an unexpected turn as Uranus in Gemini activates your house of transformation, suggesting a surprising revelation or conversation that shifts your perspective on a long-standing relationship. This could involve a friend suddenly revealing something they've kept hidden, or you might experience an unexpected moment of vulnerability that deepens a connection. Saturn's position suggests that some social boundaries are actually healthy for you right now. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional world, Scorpio, and today you're especially attuned to who should be kept at arm's length. This discernment is your superpower. Among your fellow water signs, you'll find particular harmony with Pisces friends today, as Neptune creates a flowing trine to your Scorpio energy. These connections feel effortless and nurturing, offering a sanctuary of emotional understanding. Cáncer connections may feel slightly challenged, as the moon's position creates some emotional tension, nothing serious, but be prepared for more sensitivity than usual. With fellow Scorpios, there's an almost telepathic understanding today words aren't always necessary. For those Scorpios in romantic relationships, today offers an opportunity to deepen your social bonds as a couple. Attending an event together could strengthen your partnership and possibly introduce you to new friends who appreciate your combined energy. Single Scorpios might find that friends play matchmaker today, potentially introducing you to someone with surprising depth. The social highlight of the day comes during the evening hours as the moon forms a harmonic aspect to Neptune, enhancing your intuitive connection with others. This is an excellent time for meaningful gatherings, deep conversations, or even a small dinner party where authentic exchange is valued over superficial socializing. Your ability to create safe spaces for others to be vulnerable is heightened today. Your natural scorpionic talent for asking the questions others avoid makes you an invaluable friend. Today, someone in your circle may seek you out specifically for your perspective on a complex situation they're facing. Your willingness to explore the shadows that others avoid is precisely what makes your counsel so valuable. While your social energy is strong, be mindful of your need to recharge. Scorpio's intensity in social settings comes with a cost. You absorb energies deeply and may need moments of solitude to process and reset. Don't hesitate to step away briefly during social gatherings if you feel your energy depleting. A quick moment of solitude can help you return to the group with renewed presence. The day's energy supports reconciliation with anyone you've been at odds with, particularly if the disagreement stemmed from misunderstandings rather than fundamental differences. Your ability to see beyond surface behaviors to underlying motivations helps facilitate healing conversations. Trust issues might surface within group dynamics today. As a Scorpio, you're naturally attuned to undercurrents of dishonesty or manipulation, and you may sense something isn't quite right within a social circle. Follow this intuition. Your perceptiveness rarely steers you wrong in these matters. Consider reaching out to a friend you haven't connected with in some time. The planetary alignments suggest this reconnection could be surprisingly meaningful for both of you. Sometimes the most important social connections are the ones we revitalize rather than the new ones we form. Your communication style today benefits from Mars in Aquarius, giving your words more objectivity than usual. This helps you navigate potentially difficult social conversations with a blend of your typical scorpionic insight and a newfound diplomatic touch. For professional networking, today offers particularly fertile ground. Connections made now have potential to develop into significant relationships that serve both your career ambitions and your need for authentic exchange. Don't dismiss seemingly casual